Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
Hump day.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into a Wednesday edition of YSN Live. DJ Yoakley, and I am joined as always by my co-pilot, the 8-time best-selling author, world traveler, Grammy and Emmy award-winning. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Anthony Ronald Hartwig.
The Wednesdayest Wednesday you could ever have, right?
Pal, yes. Yeah, we woke up today.
Guys. It's been a week. And it's only day 3.
We woke up today. You're starting to feel a little bit of that, huh? A little pinch in the morning that, maybe I should stay in bed. Maybe just snuggle for a couple more minutes. The world would be a better place. Because, boy, you wake up sometimes and it is hellfire and brimstone, as it was today. But, hey, let me tell you something, Anthony. Something that, obviously, from our perspective, being in the service industry isn't exactly serviceable sometimes.
Right.
But I will tell you this. There are days, such as today, Wednesday, October 15th, where you wake up and it's a day unlike one that we've ever had in history. And let me tell you why. Because yesterday we woke up and it was a glorious day. The sun was shining. Birds were chirping. Pools were closing. Maybe that's not glorious, but that was just part of what was going on. And down in Columbus, history was made. Perhaps the greatest dynasty that we will ever know. One of the greatest dynasties in the modern era of sports and maybe civilization was enacted when the Warren JFK boys golf team won their 3rd straight state title. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. What a feat. What a feat. We're going to talk about dynasties, best dynasties in local sports that we can remember. But, dude, when you're talking about congrats to them. Not a boy derp. When you're talking about dynasties, 3 state titles in a row, I'm not sure you can talk to me about anything else.
No, this one wasn't even close either. They finished with a 618 final score through 2 days. The second place team in the state was at 641. So they won this handily for their 3rd straight state championship. No one even close to Warren JFK.
It was unbelievable. I mean, we shared everything that we possibly could. But here's something that we want to I'm good. Here's something that we want to share. That was on their Facebook page, and we're probably going to get copyright strikes for it. I don't care. Here we go.
I've tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy way. I kept on falling short of something. I could have gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? But holding it in for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? But holding it in for a while. So there you have it. We're gonna keep that playing. Why not? Keep it going. Keep it going. Where's Anthony?
Where'd I go?
Oh, where did you go? What is going on here?
there
There
I
we go. There it is. All right, Ant. Boy, I like this. I like this. This is a good look.
This is fun.
When you look at what JFK has been able to accomplish over the course of the last 3 years and beyond. I mean, you're talking about a school that doesn't have a whole lot of kids in it, but every kid matters. Every student matters. Every student athlete matters. They catch a lot of grief. You know what I mean? And here's what I'm going to tell you about JFK. I have never found a more loving, appreciative group of people in my life than the people that we know at JFK. And I know how much success means for them. And it's not just for state championships. Yes, state championships are great. And we're going to celebrate them. Oh, we're going to celebrate them. But the success that their student athletes go out and have in life because of the education, the love, the appreciation, the family aspect that they get at JFK. This is not a commercial for JFK, by the way, but if they're willing to pay me, it can be.
It can be.
But just from a simple perspective is I've always had an appreciation for Warren JFK for a multitude of reasons. The people that are in charge there, the people that lead, student athletes. I've never run into a student athlete who's ever done anything but smile, nod, and have complete respect at Warren JFK, which I think you're in that same boat, Anthony, which is why we love celebrating these moments for them. And, you know, you see the late night return to ring the bell means so much for them. But the third state championship, by the way, we're going to have the boys on tomorrow.
Yes, let's go.
The media tour right now. Wish we could have got them first, but hey, we know we're going to get some good time with them tomorrow. Thanks to Elise. Shout out to Elise for that. And naturally, she's always got our back. Jill Phillips, who her son, Henry, on this team, stud.
Absolutely.
Also, yeah. I mean, hey, JFK, way to get it done across the board. Not just in golf and in life. Well done. Incredible job. We're all very proud of you. And I mean, in a world where this thing's not just going to keep going. I gotta click it up every time. But you look at these moments right here. Like they're celebrating with their classmates, their families.
That's a school that's bought in. That's a school that is bought in. It's not just, it's golf. We'll have, 10 people show up to a pep rally. No, this is a student body that is bought into the success of their classmates. It's awesome.
How much does that mean? You obviously were in a scenario where you were in a community that cared about you and you cared about it. How much does it mean to these student athletes to have that appreciation and that love for no matter where they go, whether it's on a course, whether it's on a field, a court, whatever it may be? What does that mean to a student athlete in 2025?
It means, especially in high school, it means so much because, as all of you know, I think everyone watching is either in high school or has been through high school. It's a time in life where you're searching for, that kind of appreciation, that kind of, companionship, love, or whatever it may be. You want admiration. You want to know that you belong. And when you have a school that shows you every day that like you belong there, it makes high school a little bit easier. There's always going to be things you go through, of course, but it makes high school a lot easier when you know you have a student body and a community that kind of puts their arms around you and has your back when you're succeeding. And I'm sure they'd be there just as much if they didn't win a state championship and came back with, a second place trophy or whatever it may be. JFK is not just there for the success. They're there for every part of these kids' lives. So when you have a high school that's like that, it makes going through high school, which is a very difficult time, just a little bit easier when you know that you got 100, 120 people that literally have your back, as you see in the video, like literally have your back
and push you around in a scrum. I mean, but to think about how good, I mean, golf is it's a tough game.
Yeah.
Arguably the toughest. If you talk to Nick Toy, who we interviewed last night, he's going to tell you golf is the toughest game out there, the toughest sport. I don't think he's far off base. I think hockey's probably the top one because you're doing everything on ice.
It just depends, like if you're talking about skill level or like mentally. I think golf might be the mentally hardest sport because it's just you out there.
Well, if they had golf on ice skates, I would say that was probably the number one sport. But
what if they had that?
It'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. Like, imagine how terrible I would be, or anybody else for that matter. But JFK'd probably be all right. They seem to get out of these situations scot-free. The greatest golf team in history.
We'll ask him about that tomorrow. Hey, how do you think you'd fare on ice skates?
They got swagger. They got moxie. So I would imagine that they're going to tell you they do just fine. We're going to talk about dynasties today, and we have an awesome interview. If you want to tap into that one, Anthony, I'm going to try to get rid of this video, which we're so appreciative of JFK for allowing us to run. But if you want to set up our interview for today, later today, I'd love that.
Yeah, we do. We have a Niles girls soccer player profile, and right now the girls soccer team at Niles is kind of the belle of the ball in that Niles school program. They are holding up the athletics room with success. They are undefeated right now as they go into tournament time, 16-0. Couple of ties on their schedule, but they are NE8 champions, and they've done a lot to make this Niles program and Niles school very proud in the last couple of years. They've been a very good soccer team. As of late, they have 2 seniors, so they're going to be reloading next year, but one of those seniors is someone I had the chance to talk to over the weekend, Callie Rogers, and she's an incredible leader, incredible member of the soccer team, so we're going to have her interviewed, and her interview played, I should say, a little bit later on in the show.
And right now we're going to talk about dynasties because obviously the JFK is hot out of the fire, hot out of the oven. Third straight, 23, 24, and 25 that they were the Division III state champions. Like when you think dynasties, and obviously we think Patriots, maybe Chiefs. I mean, that's still arguable.
Try and do it. Trying to go to 4 in a row. Trying. But, then you think the Yankees, obviously in the 90s for baseball. Every sport has that one team that you think of as a dynasty. The NBA, obviously the Bulls had their dynasty in the
Yankees?
90s. Yeah, when they won, 3 did they win 2 in a row and go to like 3 out of 2 out of 3? Braves. Well, the late 90s, 2000s with Jeter, didn't they win like 2 in a row?
I know they won. I don't think
back to back.
They win 2 in a row?
I could be wrong.
I know the Braves were 95,
Braves
96. They might have lost to the Yankees, I think, in 96. But either way, I see where you're going. But yes,
Bulls in basketball.
Bulls.
The Warriors had that run where obviously the Cavs beat them in 16, but they were just a staple for the NBA for like 5 straight years where they were going to finals every year. So yeah, every sport kind of has this one little era where a team has a little dynasty. Steelers in the 70s, absolutely. Yep, they won 4 out of 6? 4 out of 6.
No big deal.
4 out of 6. Is that what it was?
We're coming back too.
And it was like 2 or 3 of them were against Dallas, so that was one of those ones that just turned into a Super Bowl rivalry in itself.
Minnesota.
I mean, you could argue. I mean, I know the Bills didn't win the Super Bowl, but you go to 4 in a row, which is the only team that's ever done that in the NFL in the early 90s.
There's no dynasty for second place.
No, but not a lot of teams get to do what they did. But yeah, there's definitely been plenty of eras of domination in every sport.
Locally here.
Here.
What comes to mind when I say dynasty?
Well, I'm a
Cardinal
softball
Mooney?
guy, so the first thing that comes to my mind is champion.
Champion.
When they did 18-19, they would have done 20 if COVID didn't hit. I will stand by that. They were no one was going to stop them from a three-peat. But that team run ruled their way to a state championship. No one got close to touching them. With Allison Smith and Sophie Howell both in the circle, both D1 pitchers, it was unreal what that team was able to do.
What about? I don't know what he's getting at here.
Mooney football definitely had their run.
Yes.
I'm thinking back to
as well.
Ursuline did in the early 2010s with Akis Teague. They scored 33 points or more in every playoff game that year, and the closest the team got was, I think, like 20-point differential. So they were just on a different level back in that day. Trying to think of other football ones. Obviously, Springfield had their run with a couple of years where they were going to state tournaments. But we've seen some local dynasties here at YSN. I mean, look at the West Branch girls basketball team, what they did for a couple of years in a row, and they're still doing with the banners they have in their gym.
What defines a dynasty for you?
I think consistently being a team that is in a championship conversation. I don't think, especially in high school, when winning a state championship is so dang hard because you're competing with everyone in the state.
Schools.
Yeah. So, but if you're consistently in a regional final year and year and year, and you're always on that doorstep, I think that would be considered a dynasty. When you're constantly in that conversation, you can't have a conversation about, hey, who's going to win state this year, and not take this team out of the conversation. That kind of thing is the thing that causes a dynasty. Like in girls basketball, I know they're not a YSN school, but Berlin Highland for a long time was basically that team that if you're talking about a state, you're not getting through state unless you beat Berlin Highland. And it was just one of those teams that you knew you had to beat. That's a dynasty in my mind.
So when you're talking about dynasty, obviously there's a lot of consistency that's built into that.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at these teams, that there's every single recipe that makes up these signature teams, these dynasties that we're kind of stamping, such as the JFK one that got us into this conversation,
right.
is, I mean, some of these, to your point, Anthony, aren't even close. And, at the state level, there are 818 teams, I believe, in the OHSA in the state of Ohio. And I think it's double negative there, or whatever you want to call it. OHSA in the state of Ohio. I guess it could be the Oklahoma High School Sports Association. But when you're talking about the Buckeye State, there's 818 teams. They love that number. But when you think about this, you are when you win a state championship, even in D7 football, you are the number one team out of 200 teams ish.
Right.
What an incredible feat. And people just narrow it down to 12 in football. Golf, D3, which drives me nuts. I still don't like this D3, pardon me, this D3 to D7 thing.
Right.
It still drives me nuts because it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Just put JFK should be D7 in everything. And that's what, can you imagine though?
I don't think they have enough golf participation to have 7 divisions in golf. That'd be wild. JFK versus 4 teams.
But it just goes to show,
it
just goes to show,
right,
that
how impressive this dynasty is, because they're competing with teams that are obviously a lot bigger than them in the scope. Because if you only have 3 divisions, you're going to have a very big median of teams in that division. The cutoff for highest team in Division 3 is going to be a lot bigger, I imagine, than the cutoff for the lowest team in Division 3. Actually, you can't get lower.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody wants to do the birthday party in football and baseball and in basketball and all this stuff, right? They want as many divisions as possible, except when it gets to sports like golf, when they're like, well, these birthday parties are starting to add up. They're starting to cost us a little bit, right? Maybe you can't get the Bluey cupcakes. Maybe you can't get, the big balloons. Maybe you're going to have to save some bucks. So, hey, we're just going to make it 3 divisions in golf. In most schools, most programs would look at that and they would go, we got no shot. I mean, again, I don't know how many kids are at Warren JFK right now enrolled, but I would imagine it is one of the lowest enrollments in our area. And it's a Catholic school, obviously. We understand that, but it's purposeful, right? It's like they don't have a ton of room, and it's meaningful because it means something to go to JFK. But all that being said, you look at that and you go, look at some of these, the size of the school. I would love to see in Division III golf, the biggest school that is listed.
I'm sure Mike Schweinhart will be on that, and we'll probably get a text at some point in the show.
Super genius.
But yeah, I mean, you look at the teams that are kind of in this Division III state championship. A lot of them I've never heard of. I mean, which means doesn't necessarily mean they're big, but it does mean that they're kind of out of the they're not teams you hear of in other sports. I mean, the Pettisville. I've never heard. Have you ever heard of Pettisville High School? They were the second place team.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why do I know that name? It's because I looked at the scorecard.
Number 5 was Mechanicsburg.
I think East Palestine was named Mechanicsburg before East Palestine, if I'm being that honest. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm lying about that.
Botkins, Delaware St. John, National Trail High School. I've never heard of National Trail.
Are we sure that JFK didn't win the national championship? I've never heard of these schools in Ohio. But, I mean, it is...
Mogador, obviously, we've heard of them. They finished 12th. Mooney, by the way, congrats to Mooney for having a great day, too, finishing 4th overall as a team. They improved their day one score by 16 strokes. After shooting 332 in day one, they shot 316 in day two, which was the second lowest score in day two behind JFK. And Alex Eckstein from Mooney was in 7th place going into day two and finished second in the state overall, 5 strokes off the lead. So Mooney had a really good day too, by the way.
Which is incredible. I mean, you sit there and you think about the future of business leaders, and they're going to be able to get a job wherever they want, because they're going to be in these golf scrambles moving forward, and they'll be like trying Bonar. Like everybody's going to want them on their team. We've had some JFK guys come to our scramble, which is, Henry and his dad came, and Carfagna and the Carfagnas, and they won that too.
They're going to bring all 3 state trophies next year to our golf outing and just set them right
and
there.
The Leslie Cup, which arguably is the cooler trophy of all of them, if we're being honest.
I think it looks cooler for sure.
We got to find a cup that you can drink out of, though, because that cup has like holes in the top of it, which doesn't make it that enticing. But you can eat some spaghetti out of it.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be cool. But I know the Carfagnas are guarding that with their life.
It's in a glass case, polished.
No, it was on the side of their pool at one point. I'm pretty sure Tags took it to school with them over at Chatham. So we may never see that trophy again, but we'll just order another one this year whenever we do it. And so awesome. Love seeing what we saw with JFK. Obviously, we're super excited for them. Proud is an understatement, and we will have, I believe, all of them on the show tomorrow about 12:30. So make sure you tune in for that. Also, potentially some more interviews tomorrow, as I know the South Range 8th grade football team. And I'm going to take a time out to wish them well tonight, because I know they've got a big game. They are undefeated going into this game tonight. I believe it's at home. I think it's under the lights too. That's a lot of, I think, but I'm sure if you make a couple phone calls to Donnie Farron, you can figure out real quick. But obviously they were at Giangelo's last night. Want to wish them luck, because I was told biggest game of their life. So when that's being said, you wish everybody.
Who they got?
I don't know. I
Someone big.
I didn't think it got bigger than Massillon. I really didn't. I thought that was the biggest game of their life. And when South Range beats Massillon, whew, I mean, the world will hold its breath for a moment and just go, "What? What just happened?"
Right.
I don't. It's gonna bother me. It might be the Saints, which I think is a combination of Ursuline and Mooney, like their feeder
Right.
programs.
St. Christine.
Yeah, I don't know the details of it, but that was being thrown around last night. I want to say it's it, but I could be way off base, so I don't want to give bad information. Regardless, good luck tonight to the South Range 8th grade team. We're rooting for everybody to have a good time, because if that's the case, we don't want to sit there and be like we're rooting. Hey, give it your best, create a dynasty. But yeah, I think a big night. Big night or big day tomorrow for us, because we get to interview these young lads who really, really looking forward to, man. Really looking forward to, because most of them we know. I think all of them we know, but most of them we talked to before, and obviously a great opportunity to talk to them about what they see in a dynasty and how they feel about leaving their legacy at Warren JFK and at Kennedy and wearing the K and all the good stuff that comes with that. So looking forward to that tomorrow. Anthony, go ahead. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, lead into your interview.
So we have a Niles girls soccer interview, one of two seniors on the team on this undefeated Niles Red Dragons girls soccer team, NEA champions, and gearing up for a big tournament run as they lock horns with the postseason coming up. So here is Niles senior Callie Rogers. You got the button. My bad.
Got it.
Anthony Hartwig here with a Niles girls soccer player profile. We are joined by one of their senior leaders of the undefeated Dragons. It is Callie Rogers. Callie, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
So you come into this program that has been good for a while. You're a senior. What's it been like kind of going through your last season and all the emotions that kind of brings?
So when we had our senior night, it was very sad, and it was like I was gonna cry, but I knew that we were gonna have like an exciting season. But I know the last game I'm gonna cry because I just love my team so much.
When you reflect on all the years you've had, the memories you've made, what are some of your favorite memories with Niles girls soccer?
My favorite memory was definitely beating Poland last year, because we hadn't beat them for like 6 years before that. So that was definitely one of my favorite. And then just winning the conference last year as well. We had a really good season last year. And then this year going undefeated, that's like a really great accomplishment for us. And that's definitely my top 3.
Last year, like you said, kind of set the tone for this year. You won the conference last year, had a great season. You come into this year, there's no layover. There's no gap between success. So what was it like this year, preparing for kind of a ramping up of making last year even better, raising the bar a little bit?
So this year we definitely had more of a target on our back, because last year we didn't win the conference for like a few years back. So no one really expected us to come out like that. But this year we had to come out stronger than last year, and we had to just play our game as hard as we could every single game.
Right now, you girls are the pride of Niles, the most successful program in the school. What's it like to kind of have all that attention and know that, you're the ones that are kind of carrying the torch for the Dragons?
It feels great for us to know that one of our teams can just have the pride of the community. And we also support all of the other teams at our school, but it's a great feeling, and we just push ourselves harder every single day to keep the momentum up for our community and for ourselves.
You're a part of a senior tandem, 2 seniors on this team this year. What is it like to kind of bear a lot of leadership responsibilities and wear that captain patch and to try to lead a team that is rather young outside of you two?
Outside of us too, everyone on our team is a great leader. Even if we don't have if they don't have the captain band, they're still a great leader. And we don't really use the captain word as strong as Like, it is, because we just want everyone to feel like equal on the team. But me and the other senior, Emma Merlo, we try to just keep our team in line. And if there's some arguments, like, we get it solved out and we make sure that it doesn't continue into the gameplay.
If you had to describe yourself as a leader, what kind of attributes do you have as a leader in yourself?
I would say I'm very hardworking and also understanding, and very coachable, because when my coach tells me something, if he wants me to talk to the team about something, I'll do it like right away. And I'm just like a very good listener for him and also the teammates, because if they tell me something, I want to listen to them and make sure that they're being heard too, because I know sometimes people don't always get to say what they want to say like in front of everybody. So if they can't say it, then I'll say it for them.
Before we talk more about your final year at Niles and in the future ahead, let's talk about the beginnings of your journey. Obviously, you get to be reflective as a senior. So when did you start soccer? When did you fall in love with the sport?
So I started playing for NYSL, that's the Niles Youth Soccer League, when I was like 5 or 6. And my whole family played soccer, so they kind of got me into it. And that's when I fell in love with it, and I just continued playing. And starting high school, it was very fun to play with people that were older than me, because they could like coach me and I could learn more from them.
When you reflect on yourself as a freshman, what are some major changes that you see in yourself from year one as a high schooler to now here you are in the last year as a high schooler?
So my freshman year, I had a really hard time like staying in the game, and like I wasn't really mentally strong, and I would get tired mentally, so then I would have to like come off the field within like 5 minutes. And my coach, every time I would like get hurt or even just like fall, like I was very weak, and then sometimes I would cry and my coach would tell me like, you're not going to die, it's okay, you're going to be okay. And having him throughout the years has helped me grow as a person and as a player. And now I'm stronger, and I know that a lot of it is mental, so that thinking about that helps me stay in the game more.
What are some things that really helped you turn that corner and become a mentally strong player and to become, like you said, a lot stronger on the field?
So my freshman and sophomore year, it was definitely my coaches and my assistant coach that helped me through that. And we would also do yoga, and we would think about like the breath while we're doing it, and I would take that with me on the field. And if I was starting to like get tired, then I would just come back to the breath and just think about what they were saying. And now, like junior and senior year, we've had freshmen come in that played club, so they knew like that how I was feeling, and they knew how to tell me, like calm me down more. And seeing them like be a leader to me made me want to be better myself.
You have goals to play soccer at the next level. When did kind of that dream kind of spark in you that you thought that you had what it takes and you have the goal and the dream to play soccer at the next level?
Definitely, it started my freshman year. I knew I wanted to play, and every single game I would work harder than I did the last game, because I knew that my coaches would tell me that I had the potential. So I just really wanted to work hard to not only like prove it for myself, but for everybody else and like my family. I just want them to like see that I can go to the next level.
Since you are still undecided, what are you looking for in a college program? What could a coach bring to you and lay at your feet that you think that would make you feel like a good home for you for the next 4 years?
I just really want to play with a team that communicates well and they share the ball, and they also have good chemistry, because if you don't have any of those things, then it's really hard to play. And if everybody is just hating each other and getting into arguments, then there's no way that you can get past that if you guys don't work it out. So definitely something like that, and with a coach that can teach me and not like see my mistake and then take me right out. I want him to or her to talk me through it, and then I'll fix my mistake.
When you're done with soccer and you have to go and, get into the adult world, what kind of jobs or career paths do you want to find yourself in?
I'm not really sure about that yet. I haven't really thought about that. That's something that I'm still trying to figure out right now.
All right, let's dive in. Let's try to figure it out here. What are you good at? What are some interests that you have? What are some things that you think you excel in?
I really like creating like digital content,
Okay.
but I also am like interested in like the facial anatomy. So I was thinking about doing something with like nursing and then like doing Botox and lip filler and stuff like that. But I'm not sure. I really like to create content, so I feel like I would go more for that side and like communications, like stuff like that.
You could be the TV, or you could be the social media content creator for a Botox
Yeah,
injection office. There
yeah,
you go.
that's a good
Make that
idea.
content. You can have content for anything. I think you can go on YouTube and you can find someone that's a content creator for every avenue of life, whether it be medicine, business, law. It's all out there. So if you want to do it and you have the skill to do it, I think you can. When you think about the things that you've excelled in Niles outside of sports, what are some things that you're involved in, and some things that you really like to do to make yourself a well-rounded person outside of soccer?
So outside of soccer, staying on like the sports side, I'm also in track, and I sprint, so I do the 100 and 200 and 4x1 and 400, and I like to go to the gym and lift for soccer and track. I spend most of my free time like mostly at the gym, or I also work, and I feel like working helps me. I'm a hostess at Vernon's Cafe, and I feel like that's helped me have more like communication skills and talking to people and having to like greet people all the time. So I just like to talk to people.
You very kindly say talk with people when you mean deal with people, because we all know that life as a worker inside a restaurant can never be easy all the time. So kudos to being able to deal with people like that. We also see from your social media that you're a majorette, right? So you kind of spend your Friday nights on the football field. What's that like?
Okay, so it's very fun to be with the other majorettes. It's kind of hard right now with like cheering on our team because we haven't won a game yet, but it's still fun to go out there and just watch even the other team play. And I like performing at halftime. It's so much fun just being under the lights. And I like playing under the lights at soccer, so then it's just like another thing adding to be like on the field at night.
Have you been a majorette for your whole high school career, or is that something that you tried out at some point in the last 4 years?
So in the last 4 years, my freshman year, we have drill line at our school. That's like our dance team, and then also majorette. So my freshman and sophomore year, I was on the drill line, and then my friend, her name's Carrington Stanford, she helped me learn the baton, and then that's when I found out that I would rather be a majorette. So I was very thankful that I could like pick that up very quickly. And then I did that junior and senior year.
We all know Carrington well, so congratulations on bringing her along to the majorette, Carrington. Great job. Way to be a seller. What are some things that you enjoy about being a Niles Dragon and being able to represent this community in the school system?
I just really enjoy how all of our fans show up to every single game. Even when we played at Berkshire last year at the district final, we had people coming, like our teachers were coming to watch and everything, and it's just a great experience, especially like on Facebook after our games they'll congratulate us, and it's just a great feeling to know that we're doing this not just for our team and our school, but also people outside of our community too.
I want to talk about role models because you are one. You're a senior. You're someone that the young kids look up to, whether they be freshmen or kids that want to come into this high school program in the future. What's that like for you to kind of have a lot of eyes on you and to know that there are people out there that look up to you?
That just makes me feel like really happy and just makes me want to work harder, because I don't want to be someone that people are like, oh, like she's not trying that hard or she doesn't really care about what she does. I want people to see that I'm passionate about what I do, and I want to be a good leader and role model for them so that they can continue like what I'm doing and even what they want to do. If they're too nervous to try something new, I always try to push people to go and try whatever they want.
If we reverse it, who are some of your role models? Who are the people that you look up to and you go to for advice?
Definitely the first person that I would go to is my sister. She is a sophomore at Ohio State, and she got a full ride for academics. So she was very smart and worked extremely hard in school. So that always pushed me to want to be better, not just because she did tennis, but she was more academic and I'm more like athletic. So it just pushes me to work harder, like even on the field, seeing how much passion she had for the stuff that she did. And then also with my schoolwork, I want to just get everything done and not procrastinate anything because she made sure that she did everything on time.
And Callie, we end these player profiles the same way every time. I'm sure there are even more people in your life that mean the most to you, that have supported you. So want to give you that time to give shout outs and thank yous to those people that have been there for you throughout your whole career and anyone that you think deserve it. The time is yours. You have as much as you want.
I just wanted to thank my parents for always like coming to my games and talking about the game after the fact. And we just like to watch like some of the clips from the game and talk about what could have been different. And then I also want to thank my coaches because I wouldn't be here without them. And I've definitely made so much progress from freshman year. And without them, I would be completely lost. So definitely I would want to thank Coach Scott. He is also one of my role models too, because I definitely look up to him and how much pride he has for everything he does. And I want to thank all of my teammates because you can't do anything. You can't get any of your stats without other people around you. So you need everyone on your team to help you out, and you can't get anywhere without people behind you.
Callie, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and talking to us about your senior season. We hope that it goes as far as it possibly can in the tournament coming up. And we wish you the best of luck, and we can't wait to see you again real soon.
Thank you so much.
What a great interview, Mr. Hartwig, with Miss Rogers. Certainly a walk in her neighborhood.
Good. Way to go.
Hey, just a reminder, folks, as we're trying this out, that guy up there, you see it up there? Top left-hand
QR
corner.
code, yep.
Got a QR code. You can shop YSN, all the new and latest trends for your sports network, which include the brand new microphone logo, just the microphone, now available at our team shop. Just click that QR code and it'll take you right to our team shop. And if you don't, I don't know, some people are still confused with QR codes. If you don't have the QR code or you can't figure it out, just go to ysnlive.com, click on shop, and it'll take you right there. And I may or may not have a loaded cart full of YSN stuff, which, yes, I do have to pay for. Figure that one out.
Yep.
They're making money off me, and I'm not making money off of them. I don't know how that works, but hey, there's some cool stuff. Create your own legacy shirts with YSN. Hey, we're clicking. We're clicking, baby. Thank you to Callie Rogers for that interview. Certainly. Thank you to thank you to everybody for tuning in today. We've got a great show for you tomorrow. Possibly yam-packed with content. And we are excited about it. Anthony, final thoughts before we get to our Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark, presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They're everything electrical.
Mike Swinehart was texting me between that interview, just a couple of the dynasties that he wanted to make sure. Well, I think we both wanted to make sure kind of get shouted out. West Branch Girls Soccer this year won their 12th consecutive conference championship. So when you talk about dynasties, especially when locally, like you have to beat this team if you want to go anywhere, West Branch Girls Soccer is definitely up there. Crestview Volleyball this year won their 10th consecutive conference championship. So they're a team that everyone kind of understands locally. If you want to go anywhere, you got to get through Crestview if you're in that division. So those are a couple of teams. South Range Softball still, they haven't lost to a local team in a tournament since 2018. So they're a team locally that if you want to go anywhere in that division, you got to get through South Range, and everyone kind of knows that. So, dynasties, I think, going back to it, especially if you're a team that everyone knows they have to get through to go anywhere, that's someone that I would consider a dynasty, and those teams kind of fall into that conversation as well.
So, for instance, South Range football, since we're on the topic,
yep.
I mean, would that be considered a dynasty if you were looking at it through normal vision as opposed to our burgundy and gold glasses?
I think this year, Poland and Gerard, who both beat South Range, knew that if they wanted to win a championship in the NE8, they had to beat South Range. They were that team that you got to go through. So they would definitely fit into that category. In that, in that same world, I think South Range knew that they had to beat Kirtland, when they were in Division 5, now they're in Division 6. Kirtland is a team that if you want to win a state championship, you're going to have to beat Kirtland. They're going to be there. So Kirtland is that team in football right now that has a little bit of a dynasty too.
Marion Local. McDonald. We're on the same page today. That never happens at all. Right from the top of the show. Hump Day. That might be the greatest of all time. That might go into a new intro. We might have to get a new intro just for that. It is time for the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark, presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. They are available to you 24/7, 365 at DickeyElectric.com, just like YSN. All right, Ronald, what do you got today?
My spark today is a book endorsement. I don't do a lot of books. I'm not heavy on the book reading, especially during the YSN season, when we're doing high school sports. There's not a lot of time to sit down and read because I am not a guy that can read really quick. So it would take me a while to read a book. And I'm not patient enough for that. I need to find out what happens in the next 2 hours. That's why I like movies and TV shows. But there are some books that I definitely like, and there's a couple of books I'll read.
Cat in the Hat.
Multiple times, right? So if you're not a big book guy, then the number of books that you'll read multiple times, obviously not too much. But one that I have read multiple times, and I just finished for, I think, the third time, is this
Redfish, Bluefish.
In high school. It was the last book that we were assigned as the senior class in high school, an English class. It's called A Long Way Gone. It's the memoirs of a boy soldier by Ishmael Bea. That book kind of rocked me in high school because, as I said earlier in the show, high school is a tough time. You're going through a lot. There's a lot of things in life in high school that you feel like are a big deal. But then when you read a book about a kid who was kind of forced into being a child soldier in Africa in the civil wars of Sierra Leone, you kind of get a little bit of glimpse of maybe I'm not going through all that much in the grand scheme of things. It is a very visceral book. It is got some graphic parts, so if you're kind of squirmish, probably not the book for you. But if you want a book that kind of can put some things into perspective of what some people go through and what some of the darkness of this world really is, it is a very good memoir. So I would recommend it if you're someone that book sounds like it would appeal to. It's a very, very good book. So I just finished it for the third time on Sunday, so I wanted to give it a shout out today on my Spark.
Do you read books more than once?
Yeah, there are very few, but there are some books that, like, those are the ones that I can take some time to read because I already know what happens, right? So I can take some time to read it over and kind of one day every now and then maybe like spend an hour reading it, and it doesn't matter because I enjoy it and I don't have to. I'm not in suspense of what's going to happen because I know what happens, so I can read it a couple of times.
I don't think I've ever read a book twice in my life. Probably shows, but I just, I don't know. Like, that's a lot of time to. Do you find reading peaceful? Like, are you in your chakra is open?
Yeah,
whenever.
Yeah. Like, once again, especially if I've already read it, like I know what happens, so I'm not kind of stressed about what happens next. When I'm reading and I don't know what happens, I get lost in it, and then I'm like, oh, 4 hours have gone by. What the heck? And that's dangerous during YSN time because there's not a day, except maybe Sundays, where we can cut out 4 hours of time and be like, yeah, I can have 4 hours to do whatever I want right now. That doesn't happen too often. So gotta be diligent and not pick up a book during the high school sports season. That's dangerous.
See, Sarah can do that. Sarah can. she can read and like she's at peace, and it gives me so much anxiety because I'm like, there's 900 other things I could be doing right now, and I'm reading a book. And if I'm reading a book for the second or third time, I'm even more angry with myself. So like the stress levels just build and build and build. But that's interesting. I mean, different folks and different strokes and all that stuff. So it's very interesting. I'm more into motivational books if I'm going to do it. You know, that's more my. I like quotes. I like all that stuff. I have
a couple of those on the shelf.
That's all I got. That's really all I get from here on out, because I don't even read the books that I have. I have a library of rich mahogany books, and they've never been even cracked from that standpoint. I always take a book, like if we're going on vacation, I'm like, oh, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this because we're going to sit on the beach and I'm going to do it. Never once. I just look at it. I'm like, what kind of idiot brings a book to the beach? Like, I'm not going to do it. Mine, though, my spark today. Hang on. Nope. That's not what I want. Get out of here. Is it this one? Remove? Nope, that was Anthony. That was the wrong one. Remove this one. All right, let's see if So let's set the table before I get to this picture, because we're talking about dynasties. One of the greatest dynasties of all time. Not real, though. Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
Ducks was life-changing for a little kid like me who just loved to be Charlie Conway and just envisioned himself as Charlie Conway and wore the C, all that stuff throughout his life. Just chased it. But last night, opening night, and there's been a lot of giveaways for different things. We saw the Penguins get new jerseys, but giveaways nowadays are kind of cheesy. You know, you get, oh, it's a commemorative cup. Awesome. Neat. I need another one of those. A magnet. Yay. But last night, in the city of Anaheim, one of the greatest giveaways of all time occurred. Have you heard about this?
No, I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the giveaway was this.
Oh, wow.
That didn't exactly work out the way that I wanted it to work out. But if you get this, and like if this is your giveaway, like this is your t-shirts, which are great. This is your giveaway. I don't even know what it's wild something. It's basically the Mighty Duck, logo. It's a mask, and everybody had these masks on last night. I just checked on eBay; they're going for like $300. Is it bad that I would probably pay that? I mean, my wife,
Sarah's probably like, "Don't you do it?"
Shutting off every account that I have right now. But I mean, that is one of the greatest giveaways of all time. Like, if you're looking to get with the towels, right? Everybody does the towels, the rally towels, t-shirts, magnets, cups.
And then when they say jersey, you know it's like a cheap, not a player jersey. It's
no, and it won't fit you. There's no chance. Like, it only fits like 6 people in the entire stadium,
right?
Because it's not an XL. It's not a true XL. It's like like a like, I don't know, like an international XL.
I mean, the only thing I look forward to now are bobblehead nights, because bobbleheads are still cool.
Which, I mean, they raised the price of tickets around bobbleheads, and it's crazy. I got quite a few bobbleheads. I do not have any duck masks, which I hope changes sometime soon, because the Christmas holiday is coming up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Santa Claus and Sarah Yoakley. I just think it'd be very cool to have my own Mighty Duck mask, and I'd put it right there. I'd share it with everybody. Even though I'm a Penguin fan, sometimes a Ranger fan because of JT Miller and whatever team he plays for. Mighty Ducks, I think we can all get behind. That's one thing we can all get behind is Mighty Ducks. And if you can't, get the hell out of here. Like, get to getting. Because I know a few people that rooted for the Hawks in that first movie. We're not friends anymore.
No, you can't. No, come on.
It's a disgrace. And if you rooted for another country, what was it, Coach Stetson? Scumbags. Like,
Scumbags.
get out of here. Stetson. Chet Stetson. Who was the guy in Rookie of the Year? Chet.
They're putting me on the spot.
Another great movie, by the way, which is why I have a Cubs hat. The only reason. Henry Rowan Gardner. Chet Stedman? The Rocket. Great movie. By the way, Second Spark, if you haven't seen the Thunderbolts,
Let's
go watch it. It's one of the most incredible. Like, if you're not going to see an Avengers movie. Like, let's just get out of the way. You're not going to see it. But the humor, the writing, I mean, someone who appreciates it, Anthony Ronald Hartwig.
Yeah. It was MCU was down for a bit. They had a couple of clunkers in a row before Thunderbolts. So Thunderbolts was kind of like hey, we're back. We got back on track. Here you go.
I wasn't sure because the trailers were no thanks. I was like, no thanks. Oh, we're good. I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm not trying to go on the internet and get spoilers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have Disney Plus, Thunderbolts is a good watch for adults. Probably not suited for children. Didn't know that. Had no clue. Bella she witnessed a lot of crime. But if someone decides that they're going to raid our house, little Bella's going to be like what's her name? Yelena?
Yelena.
Yeah. She's not Russian. She's more like the American Yelena. So we'll call her Yoklena. And she'll take you out. But Thunderbolts, good watch. And then obviously, if you can get your hands on a Mighty Duck mask, go get it. Well done, Anaheim. That has been our Spark, brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. Visit them on the web today and every day at DickeyElectric.com. This has been YSN Live for the 15th of October, 2025. On behalf of my lovely co-pilot and partner, Mr. Anthony Ronald Hartwig, the 8-time best-selling author, as well as the world traveler and Grammy and Emmy Award winner. My name is DJ Yoakley. We're going to be better tomorrow, folks. You can bet your bottom dollar because we got the JFK Boys state champion golf team on with us tomorrow about 12:30. Don't miss a minute. Also, if you're looking for scores, stats, all that stuff, go to ysnlive.com, and you're looking to support YSN, you're looking to rock YSN, you're looking to roll with YSN, get the gear. Click on that up there.
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 You got the right direction. Yep.
There. It's weird because it's a different way. It's like
Yep,
in the
it's
mirror,
mirrored.
right? Go up there. That way. Click on that.
Nope, I did it wrong too.
Nope.
That way.
There you go.
That way.
There you go. Go up there. And hey, we don't make the prices. I'm gonna tell you that. But you can also get 20% off. Hey, ready? Flash 20. Flash. FLASH 20. One word. 20% off your entire order at our store. Go there now. Christmas is coming. Derp, we're not buying you any gear. It's not happening.
Sorry, Derp.
Buy your own gear, Derp. Tired of it. This isn't a handout. We're on to, as Bill Belichick will say, we're on to Thursday.
We're on to Cincinnati.
I'm on to Cincinnati. Tomorrow, Bengals go down. Steelers control the world. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be better. Promise. Somewhat. We'll see you tomorrow. Anthony, as always, have a great night, and may the sports be with you, pal.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.